deal with the file system hierarchy, so that we have already discussed. So the next thing that we are going to discuss is now the command line, different type of commands, like what are the commands that we are going to learn, we are going to use basically, and why we will be using those things, and so on and so forth. So in here, like just give me a second, guys. So I'll start and the open what are the these different type of we'll go ahead with the practices, because the important thing here, we need to do the practices, then only you will be get the hands-on experience there, where we will discuss these things.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello.
Sir, මම අහන්නේ මේ අතන සර් අපි අර මුලින්ම මේ අපි අර F keys ඔබලා අපිට ටර්මිනල් ගත්තා හැකිනේ. එතකොට සර් මේ එක ටර්මිනල් එකයිනේ. අන්න එතකොට අපිට මේ මොනිටර් දෙකක් ගහලා ටර්මිනල් දෙකක් දෙකට දාන්න බෑද?
නෑ ඔයාට දැන් එහෙම කරන්න, දැන් මොනිටර් එක ගහලා ටර්මිනල් දෙකක් ගන්න බෑ. ඔයාට එකම මොනිටර් එකේ ටර්මිනල් ඕපන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. මොනිටර් දෙකක් ගහලා ටර්මිනල් ගන්න කතාවක් කරන්න බෑ එතන. ඒ කියන්නේ ටර්මිනල් ඔයාට ෆිසිකලි GUI access දෙකක් එන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ ෆිසිකලි access දෙකක් එන්නේ නැහැ. එක access එක එන්නේ මොනිටර් දෙකක් ගැහුවා දෙපැත්තට මේව කරා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාට ඒකම එක්ස්ටෙන්ඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ මොනිටර් අවුට්පුට් එකම එක්ස්ටෙන්ඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි එහෙම කියලා අර ටර්මිනල් දෙකක් මේ දැන් GUI තියෙනවනේ එක මොනිටර් එක ටර්මිනල් එකක් ඕපන් කරලා අර එක්ස්ටෙන්ඩ් කරපු අනිත් ටර්මිනල් එක ඔයා තව ටර්මිනල් එකක් ඕපන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම පුළුවන්. එහෙම ඇරෙන්න අර නිකන් ඔයාට සෙපරේට් ටර්මිනල් දෙකක් එන්නේ නැහැ එහෙම. ඔයාට කරන්න පුළුවන් එකම දේ තමයි තියෙන මොනිටර් එක එක්ස්ටෙන්ඩ් කරන එක. ක්ලියර්ද?
ඔව් සර්. ඒත් සර් මේ අපි අර සූඩෝ ටර්මිනල් ගන්නෙ ඇතුලේ.
ඔව් සූඩෝ
ටර්මිනල් මේ ටර්මිනල් දෙකක් දෙන්න.
පුළුවන්. සූඩෝ ටර්මිනල් ගත්තොත් පුළුවන් ඔයාට. සූඩෝ ටර්මිනල් ගත්තොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්
අර මේ අර ටර්මිනල් අර තමයි බැරි නේද? හරියට.
බෑ. ඒක බෑ. ක්ලියර්ද ඒක?
ඔව් සර්.
Right. So when you dealing with this one, so you will be seeing here like just to give you idea, when like we have discussed about the last week we have discussed about the when you want to change the locations by using the cd command, like we discussed about the you can define the path. So you can define the path in different ways. This is what, whenever we have discussed define the path in this manner, what is this kind of path definitions? Is it absolute path or relative path? When we defining the path in this manner, is it absolute path or relative path?
Absolute.
This one, whenever we have defined the path like this manner, is it absolute path or relative path?
So උඩම නේද select කළා?
උඩම.
absolute path.
යට මේක
යට මම කොතනද ආන්සර් ගියේ?
मेरी
ඒක රිලේටිව් පාත්.
Okay, what about the other guys? Like, what are the idea of others? The first part that I have defined, is it absolute or relative? And the second part, if defined, it is absolute or relative. Just tell me your ideas. Guys, others, I need your answers. First and second, both are definitely not absolute path. Both are first and second, both are not absolute path. So just give me like what is the absolute and what is the relative. Right, yeah, exactly correct. So one actually, like I got the answers, one is the absolute path, the second one is the relative path, not the native, it's a relative. Relative path, absolute path. Relative path and the absolute path. So there were two things. Right. So now you have idea, like whenever you want to change the folder locations, you can use the cd command. So there is another one. So I'll give you some shortcut commands. If you use the cd tilde sign, this is, we call it as a tilde sign. Keep in mind tilde sign. Tilde sign. Tilde sign always representing, cd space tilde sign always representing, let's say for example, if I go to the let's say I'm in the different location. So now if I run the pwd command, I am in the etc scale directory. Now when I run the tilde sign, look at this. I will be directing to my folder location, changing to the logged in users home directory. Now you can see that right now the logged in users in here is the root user, and they are going to redirect it to the logged in users home directory. That is, the root users home directory is /root. Let's say for example, if I logged in as a Sashika user. So now if I again go to the scale directory, you can see I am in the scale directory. If I issue the cd tilde sign, again I am going to redirect it to the, that is, the currently logged in user is Shashika user, his home directory is home Shashika. So you always remember that we will be redirecting to the logged in users home directory. That is, most probably will be the either the home, whatever the username, or /root if you logged in as a root user. Are you clear, guys? So always keep in mind that tilde sign representing, when I say the tilde sign desktop, home Shashika desktop. So tilde sign representing my home directory, logged in users home directory. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
What about the others? So if you do have any questions, concerns, just let me know, then I can explain it again. So we have enough time because 60 hours period. So we have enough time that we can definitely cover a lot of things. If you have any issues, just let me know, then I can explain it from the beginning.
අර උඩ තියෙන එකේ අර මේ සසික කියන එකද හෝම් ඩිරෙක්ටරි එකේ මේ ඒ ෆයිල් එක
ඕ දැන් ශශික කියන යූසර්ගේ
ඒ user එක.
හෝම් ඩිරෙක්ටරි එක තමයි හෝම් ශශික කියන එක. දැන් ඔයා root user එකෙන් log වුණොත් root user එක විතරයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. මොකද root ඇවිල්ලා privilege user කෙනෙක්. root user ගේ home directory එක /root කියන. දැන් ඔයා දැන් හිතන්නකෝ tenil කියලා user කෙනෙක් හැදුවා කියලා මෙතන. එතකොට tenil user ගේ root home directory එක තමයි root user ගේ home directory එක tenil user ගේ home directory තමයි home tenil කියන එක. එතකොට මෙතන tilde sign එක හැමතිස්සෙම represent කරන්නේ ඔයා log වෙලා ඉන්න user ගේ home directory එක. ඔයා root ගෙන් log වුණොත් /root තමයි home directory. එතකොට tilde sign එක represent කරන්නේ ඒක. ඔයා ශශික user ගෙන් log වුණොත් එහෙම tilde sign එක represent කරන්නේ home ශශික කියන folder එක. ඔයා tenil user ගෙන් log වුණොත් එහෙම tilde sign එක represent කරන්නේ home tenil කියන එක. clear දෙක?
ඔව් සර්.
එතන ඒ tilde sign එක හැමතිස්සෙම ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න. tilde sign එක ඔයාගේ current representation එක current logged in user ගේ home folder එක තමයි represent කරන්නේ. So any questions guys? Anything else that you want to learn? Any questions? Guys? Okay. So that is one of the important thing that I want to highlight here, tilde sign. මේ දැනුත් පේනවද මේ මෙතන log වෙලා ඉන්න මේ tilde sign එක මේ තියෙන්නේ. දැන් මම මේ කෙලින්ම ඔයා කොහොමද terminal එකක් log whenever you start a terminal ඔයා මුලින්ම terminal එකක් ගන්නවා නම් freshly if you are starting a terminal here so it's definitely going to be a fresh terminal always representing the tilde sign මෙතන අපි හැමතිස්සෙම log වෙන්නේ whenever you started the terminal you always redirect to the user's home directory whenever even if you logged into the Windows environment whenever you have logged into the Windows environment also you are always redirecting to the user's home like the logged in user's home directory ඒකන අර desktop එක my documents ඔක්කොම පෙන්නන්නේ clear guys
Yes sir.
right so the next command that you are going to learn here is there will be one assignment most probably on the next week from these command sets so I'll give you the what you need to execute you need to show me the assignments in class assignment so the next command that I'm going to execute here is mkdir if you want to create a directory you can create a directory with the mkdir so let's say for example if you create a mkdir let's say sysadmin D2 that is created but you can see if you didn't mention a specific path that will be created on the current location then /root එකේ තමයි හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ මේක ls එකක් ගහපු ගමන් මේක ඔයාලට බලන්න පුළුවන් but if you want to create the directory in a specific path what you can do is you can say where you want to create it let's say for example use src folder so I am going to create under the use src I am going to create another folder called system_admin_b1 sorry b1 so now that folder is not there because you have created in here user share sorry cd user share and you will and if you go to the system_admin sorry use src user src so you can see there is a system_admin_b1 you can always use the ls command to list down whatever the content in a folder so let's say for example if you want to create mkdir that's it then මම මේකේ හදනවා so like system underscore admin underscore b2 folder. That is already not there. And under that, I am going to create assignment. Then just look at, we don't have two folders here. This one as well, this one. When I create this one, it says cannot create a directory, use a src system underscore admin underscore b2 assignment, no such file or directory. Actually, what they are giving here is this folder is not available. So if you have option that if you want to create even with the parent folders, like you can create one shot. That means you can create the sysadmin system underscore admin underscore b2 folder as well as the assignment folder. That both folders can be created with the -p options. That is, we call it as you are going to create the folder with the parent options. So along with the parent options, that will be going to create. Is it clear, guys? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So you are going to create my mkdir. Now they have created with the use src, they have created the system underscore admin underscore b2 folder, and even they have created the assignment folder as well. So now with the -p options, you can create the -p options, you can create even with the parent folders also. So that is how you are going to create it. That is the mkdir command. If you want to touch a file, you can use if you want to create a file, you can use the touch command. So the way that you are going to do is touch command. Right. So what we are going to do here is we are going to create a touch command. That touch command will create you the files, not the folders. mkdir we use to create the folders. Touch command we use to create the files. So we can use the touch and then whatever the file name. Let's say, for example, assignment.txt. The extension doesn't matter, because whether you use the extension or not, it doesn't matter. All the Linux, the behavior of the Linux environment is everything is considered as a text file, even the configuration file. Not like a Windows. In Linux environment, everything is considered as a text file except for the binaries. All the other files will be definitely considered as a text file. Everything. So that is the behavior of the Linux environment. So touch assignment.txt, the extension does not make any sense, but for our understanding, we can put it. Assignment make a txt extension. You can put the doc, anything, XLS, you can put, but it can be open with the text editors. So we will be next week, definitely we are going to learn about the text editors, but that is possible to go ahead with the open with any type of text editors. So just to give you idea, you can see the assignment.xls is available. Now even you can see the same thing, like use src system underscore admin b1, and we'll see the result.txt. So we can say results.txt, that is touched, and then you can say use src sysadmin. Whenever we go for the run, you can see that results.txt is created. So you can see that one. So that is how we will be using the touch command. So touch command we are going to use purely for the basically we are using for the creation of the files. So in summary, we have learned, let's say for example, just to take the text editor to show you in summary, we have learned 3 commands right now, 3 commands, not actually 3 commands. The commands that we have learned here is several commands actually we have learned. One is we have learned the mkdir command. The second one is we have learned the cd command. Third one is we have learned the touch command. Fourth one is we have learned the mkdir touch pwd command. Fourth one is we have learned the ls command. So we didn't go through the ls command. We have to learn so many things. The next other commands that we are going to learn is we are going to learn the cp command. Cp command will be used to copy content from one location to another location. Then again we are using move command. Move command have two purposes. If you want to rename file or folder, we are going to use it. The other purpose is move file or folder from one location to another location. From one location to another location. Move command. Then again we are going to use the rmdir command. That is we are using to remove the directories. Again we are going to use rm command, which we will be using to remove file and both directories. Look at this. Look at this. rmdir will be utilized only to remove the directories, whereas rm command we are going to use for remove both the files and the directories both. So is it clear, guys? Like we'll be going to do these things as well. Definitely we'll be learn several other examples also. But the time being, is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir. So इसमें आर directory එකක් ඇතුලේ file එකක් හදලා තිබිලා RMDI අර ගහගෙන එතකොට
මකන්න බෑ. directory එකක් ඇතුලේ file එකක් තියලා දාලා directory මකන්න ගියොත් RMDI මම ඔයාලට example පෙන්නන්න මකන්න බෑ. errors දෙනවා. මම ඔයාලට example පෙන්නන්න. clearද මේ?
ඔව් සර්.
හරි මේ ටික crystal clear දැනගන්න මොකද practice කරලා තියාගන්න ඔයාලා next week අනිවාර්යෙන් මේකේ assignment එක ගෙනවා ඉදිරි ගන්න බෑ කරලා දාන්න ඕනි terminal එකේ type කරපු commands clear කරන්න අපිට කෙලින්ම use කරන්න පුළුවන් control එකත් එක්ක L එක එකපාර clear කරන්න මෙන්න මෙහෙමයි control එකත් එක්ක L ගහුව ගමන් clear වෙනවා control L shortcut එකක් ctrl plus L. If you want to clear the everything in one shot, you can put the control L. Or you can type this one. Clear. Control L එකෙන් කරන්නෙත් ඒක. Shortcut command එක keyboard එකේ තියෙන control L. So I'll show you some commands like the shortcut commands also. I'll just while we are going forward, I'll show you those things. ඒක අර chapter එකක් විදියට නෙමෙයි මම ඔයාලට කියලා දෙන්නම් ඔය යනකොට ඔයාලා දැන් ඔය අහන විදියට කියන්න පුළුවන් ඊට අමතර මම කරද්දිත් පෙන්නන්න control එක ඒව ඉතින් අර Linux දැනගන්න දන්නවා කියලා කියන්න පෙන්නන්න එක අර වැඩ වගේ අපි පෙන්නන්නේ ඕක තමයි control L ගහන එකපාරට සස් ගාලා clean වෙනවා කී මේ terminal එක එතකොට නිකන් බලන් ඉන්න කාට හොල් මං උදන්නේ නැහැ නේ මොකක්ද අපි කරන්නේ කියලා ඒ වගේ වැඩ කරනවා ඉතින් අපිත් හිටපු ගමන් right are you clear guys this part
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Just give me a like 5 minutes time මම වතුරක් ගහලා එන්නම් නේ. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. Okay guys, so shall we start? So let's
Okay.
yeah, sure. So let's discuss about the rest of the things like as we have mentioned. Let's discuss about the other important concepts like the ls command, cp command, mv command, rmdir command, rm command. So these are the other important commands which we are going to learn throughout this course, and even in the coming sessions actually we will be learning several other important commands like we will be learning about the process management command. Then again we are going to learn about the network configuration commands like nmcli command, so many things, package management command. So apart from that, like those are actually very specific command which we use for the different tasks, but these commands whatever we are learning today, these are the commands which will be used forever in any Linux systems. The reason is these are actually sort of a supportive command. Like whenever you want to change the directory, you obviously need to use the cd command. Whenever you want to create a directory, you obviously need to use the mkdir command, touch command, pwd command. Of course we are using to learn about where we are right now, ls, cp, mv, rmdir, rm command. So these are the sort of a command sets which we'll be learning, which is useful for the day-to-day tasks, where the advanced commands which we'll be going to learn in the coming lessons, those are actually specific commands where we'll be not going to, like, you will be not experiencing in the day-to-day life while you are managing the Linux environment. So that's why I want to highlight here. So let's go ahead with the other commands. Like whenever you want to deal with ls command, so let's say for example we are going to learn about the ls commands. So ls commands we are having like say for example this is just to whenever you want to list down whatever the command content in your directory locations, you can use the ls command. But apart from that, there is another important one command called ls-l command. What we are going to give you here is the advanced sort of informations where you will be seeing like this is actually, we call it as a permission models. So each and every files or folders permissions will be given. Again, there is a time. This time actually specifying or defining the last access times, like a modified time on your files. Like this is not the creation date. Keep in mind that Linux never maintain the creation time of a file or folder. Just keep in mind that one. They will maintaining three timestamps. That is the modified time, change time, and the access times. Those are the three timestamps. So we are going to learn, but keep in mind that so we'll be going to learn like this is I'll explain those things, what are those a time, m time, and the c time while we are going ahead. But just for the time being, just keep in mind if anyone asks these questions, does Linux maintain in the creation time of the file or folder? The answer is no. Is it clear, guys? These are type of interview questions, huh? Over interview. Is it clear, guys? Right. Okay, mama කිව්වේ Linux වල දැන් Linux timestamp තුනක් maintain කරනවා. Timestamp තුන තමයි A time, C time, M time කියන එක. A time කියන්නේ access time එක, M time කියන්නේ modified time එක, C time කියන්නේ change time එක. හැබැයි Linux කොයි වෙලාවකද ඔයාගේ ෆයිල් එකක් ෆෝල්ඩර් එකක් හැදුවා කියන්නකෝ. Linux ෆෝල්ඩර් එකක් ෆයිල් එකක් හැදුවට කොයි වෙලාවකත් ඒ හදපු time and date එක, creation date and time එක maintain කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයාට Linux වලින් කවදාවත් බලන්න බෑ Linux file time and date creation එක. Clear දෙයක්ද?
ඇහුන්නේ සිග්නල් ඩ්‍රොප් වුණා.
කාගේද
අයිත්
මගේද
පොඩ්ඩක්
කාලගේද?
මගේ
ඒ කියන්නේ Linux වල creation date and time එකක් maintain කරන්න බෑ කවදාවත්. ඒ කියන්නේ එයාලා maintain කරන්නේ නැහැ. Linux timestamp 3ක් maintain කරනවා files folders වලට. ඒ folders ඒකේ තියෙන්නේ 8 access time එක, change time එක, modified time එක මම කියලා දෙනවා. creation කවුරු හරි අහුවොත් එහෙම Linux වල folders වල creation date and time එකක් තියෙද කියලා උත්තරේ නැහැ. ඕවා Linux ඒ කියන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් questions ඕවා මේවට එන exams වල එන. දැන් clear දෙක. folders වලට space දාන්න පුළුවන්. පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා දැම්මට පස්සේ මම ඔයාලට ඒක කියන්නම් ඊළඟ chapters වලදී මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ කියලා. ඒකින්ද අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් standard එකක් විදිහට space දාන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. space එක වෙනුවට underscore එක තියන්නේ. මොකද ඒක පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැත්තම්. space තියන්න ගියොත් එහෙම space තියලා හදන්න පුළුවන්. මම ඔයාලට පෙන්නන්නම් හදන විදිය. ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි ඒක. මම හදන විදිය පෙන්නන්නම්. හේතුව තමයි හැදෙනවා ෆෝල්ඩර්ස් දෙකක් හැදෙනවා. ඒක මම මේ කියන්න ගිය එක තමයි. හැදෙන්නේ නැති වෙන කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. මම ඒක bash environment එකත් එක්ක කරද්දි මම explain කරන්නවා. ලබන සතිය ඔය ටික මම explain කරන්නම්. පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙන එක හේතුවක් තියෙනවා මේකෙන් වෙන්න. ඒ හේතුව මම ඔයාලට explanation එක දෙන්නම් next week එකේ. next Tuesday වලදී. bash එකේ අපි කරන bash environment එකේ ඔය basics ටිකක් කරනවා. මොකද ඒ ටික දැනන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. මොකද shall I go with the explanation on Sinhala or just go ahead with the English? Right. So it's something like this. I'll tell you. Whenever you are going to deal with the bash environment, I told you that Linux is purely dealing with the bash. Whatever the commands that you are executing, whatever the environment that you are dealing with, those are the bash commands. So keep in mind that we will be purely dealing with the bash environment in the Linux. There is a like any other language. So if you look at the bash is a scripting language. Likewise, we have the C shell, corn shell, and then again shell, native shell environment. And apart from that, we have advanced shelling concepts like Python, Perl, Ruby. So those are the advanced shell languages that we can utilize used. Bash is one of the basic, but most of the people are utilizing this environment, the bash commands. So what really it's the basics of this bash is, if you try to, like whenever you try to create mkdir, like say for example system space admin, what they're going to hear is, what the bash interpret here is, they will be interpreting the space as a command separator. So what they are going to look at here is, whenever you are going to use the bash environment, if we are using the spaces in between the whatever the strings that you are using, those are considered as a separate commands. That is the bash interpretations. So when you execute in the mkdir command, so they know this is the mkdir command, and they know this is the arguments for the mkdir command. So what they are going to do here is, when you using the mkdir command, the system is, they will consider as a system is a one command, one name, and since you have used the space bar here, so they will be considering this admin as a second argument for the mkdir. What they are going to do is, they are going to create two folders in here. Look at this. You will be seeing system folder separately and the admin folder separately. So you can be able to go to the system folder, and then you can be able to go to the admin folder. So those are the two things. Those are the two things. But there is a one way of doing that one. If you want to remove the special meaning of space character, you have to use the double quotes. So when you using the double quotes, they are going to remove the special meaning, because this space has a special meaning on the bash environment. So whenever, if you want to escape the special meaning of the bash environment, you can use the double quote within the whatever the name. Then you can definitely use the command. You can definitely use the folder name with the spaces. Now you can see there is a folder with the space. So this is how the bash interpretation. This reason why we can use these spaces while we are dealing with this environment, the bash interpretation. But it is possible. You can definitely use the, if you want, you can use the bash environment like spaces as well while you are creating it. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
What about the others, guys? What about the others? Yes, sir. Right, great. To learn it. So that definitely you have to, in your exams also, sometimes I might give you one exam questions related to the writing a bash script. So where I don't really require the, just if you can't remember the exact parameters, like where we will be using the curly braces, quotes, and those sort of things, nothing to worry. Definitely nothing to worry. So just write it down as you remember, but there will be one questions to write a bash script. So this is what I have included into your syllabus, because those things we have not done in the previous time. I'm going to go with the UI badges as well. Right, okay, guys. So any questions so far? Anything else that you want to ask? There were 4 things, like, okay, all clear. Right, great. Right. So the next thing that we will be going to learn here is the ls command. We have learned about the -l. There is another special command, ls space -a, la. What they are going to do here is, this will be giving you the all. Like if you compare the output of the ls minus la and the ls minus l, you can see the ls minus l command output will give you a, like compare with the ls minus la, it's a, they will show you some sort of a short informations, like you can see, if you see here, like there will be only 7 or 8 results, and here you can see like total of 56 results. You can see the 56. I'm not quite sure there whether we have 56 altogether, but at least 20 plus results will be shown to you. So actually what you are seeing here is, right. So here you can see there will be showing you some important aspects like a dot, a file or folder name which have been started with the dot. So this what they are saying is these are the configuration files, which are cannot be like, I'll show you those things. These, if you these are actually hidden files. Those hidden files are the configuration files. Configuration files where you cannot manipulate these files with the normal command. If you want to manipulate, let's say if you want to remove this file, you have to specifically mention the file name or the folder name with the dot command. Specifically mention the file name or the folder name. So it's not possible to define, the dot like with the normal command set, what we will be utilizing, like the cp command, rm command, we will be not able to manipulate with the normal command. That's why those are in a hidden file. If you want to manipulate, that means if you want to execute any commands on top of these files or the folders, hidden files or the folders, what you need to do is you need to specifically mention the files or the folder names. Are you clear, guys? Are you clear? Do you have any issues, concerns so far what we have discussed?
Yes, sir. Sir, අර මේ උඩම ඩිරෙක්ටරි දෙකක් තියෙන්නේ. අර උඩම ඔය ටෝටල් එකට පල්ලෙහා තියෙන්නේ. එතන අර මේ ඩොට් පළවෙනි එකේ ඩිරෙක්ටරි එක ඩොට්යි දෙවෙනි එකේ ඩොට් දෙකයි තියෙන්නේ.
මං කියන්න එක. Right, so if you look at here, look at this, like just to show you this one, there were like, this is what the output of the ls minus la command. Like if you want to specifically go to the particular folder, what you need to do is you have to specify the folder name dot config. Then what you are going to do here is you will be directly log into that one, and you can ls minus l command. There will be different type of configuration files which we can utilize. So like I told you that every direct locations, if I go to the any locations, you will be seeing two folders, dot and the double dot. These are actually two folders. If you see the D, when we will be going to learn this particular file permission sets also, and for the time being, just understand, if you see this one, D letter, once you run the ls minus l or ls minus la command, those are directories. If you see the dash, those are files. User dash dirs, user dash dirs dot dirs, user dash, those are actually files. Those are actually files. So every direct locations, if you go anywhere here, every direct locations, these two folders will be available. Dot and the double dot. Do you know what is this? Do you have any idea what was these two folders?
Yes, sir. I can't understand with that two dots.
Okay. So what about the others? Like, do you have any idea on what is these two dots? Dot and the double dot. Okay, just keep in mind, dot will representing the same direct location, whereas double dot will representing the parent direct locations, up directory. So if I explain in this manner, let me show you that one in this manner. Which one you want to explain again? Apiratna. මොකක්ද explain කරගන්න ඕනේ මේ double dot එකයි නේද?
ඔව් සර්.
right හරි. ඒක මම දැන් explain කරනවා. දැන් කියන්න ඔයාලට කතන්දරේ මොකක්ද කියලා. Right. Right. So now let's look at this example. So I told you that we have a root directory. We have a root directory here. Root directory here. And let's draw in a nice way. Just to give you idea, like we have the, let's say we have a home directory, and under that we have a, let's say, home, and then again we have a Sashika directory, and under that let's say we have the desktop directory, and we have a, let's say, document directory.
In location,
Sorry.
it means location.
Yeah, these are the directories, like we home, Shashika, desktop, documents that we have seen here.
Ah, okay. So now I got it. Okay.
Directories are not the locations; those are directories. Like under this, you can have the, under the desktop, you can create the, let's say, for example, we have created the system underscore B1 directory. So likewise, we can have any part of things. So let's say if you issue the command, cd root home Sashika desktop system underscore B1. So now when you hit enter, we will be changing our direct location to the system underscore B1. If I issue the command ls minus la, they will be showing you different folders, whatever the folders which are resides in there. And then again, they will show you definitely dot and double dot. If you hit the cd double dot from these particular locations, what we will be going to do here is, for the system underscore B1 directory, the parent folder is desktop. For the desktop directory, the parent folder is Sashika. To the Sashika directory, the parent folder is home. To the home directory, the parent folder is /. Do we have any parent folder to the /? Parent folder to the /. Do we have any parent folders to the /? Guys, I am asking from you. I need your answers.
No, sir.
Everyone, I need the answers.
No, sir.
Exactly. We don't have any parent folders to the /, because I told you this is the highest locations that we can go in the Linux file system hierarchy. This is the highest locations that we can go. Right. Now, if I issue cd double dot here, I will be moving to the desktop folder. Just to issue the cd double dot, whenever you have issued the cd double dot, and if you run the pwd, your location will be home Sashika desktop locations. This is your locations. From this location, if you again issue the cd double dot, your parent locations, you will be again one level up. Home Sashika. If you issue the another cd double dot, you will be again go to the another level up, home folder. If you again issue the CD double dot, you will be goes to another level up, root folder. Root folder also, if you issue the ls minus LA, you will be seeing the dot and the double dot. But even though you execute the CD double dot, that doesn't make any sense. It will be remain in the same directory. Even though whenever you have issued the PWD, you are going to remain in the same directory. The only locations where the double dot doesn't have a meaning is the root directory, / directory. In any other locations, if you use CD double dot, you will be going level 1 up. That means parent folder to the of your current folder locations. CD dot representing the same folder locations. If you issue the CD dot in here, if you issue the, like, say for example, you are in the let's say you have moved the folder to the let's say for example home Shashika desktop and the system underscore B1. If you issue the CD dot and if you run the PWD command, you will be remaining home Shashika desktop system underscore B1. You will be remaining the same directory. Dot stand for the same direct locations. Now, is it clear, guys? I'll do some demos to clear you more, but is this clear to you guys? What is meaning by the CD dot and the double dot?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Right. Any issues, concerns, guys? Great. Right. So let's do some practicals here, but just to give you idea on theoretical part. Right. Now let's go to the, like, let's create a mkdir home Shashika desktop. Let's say do the same thing like system underscore B1 and then let's do like -p option. Parent folder also going to create, like, let's say for example Tuesday. I'll elaborate this one when Tuesday and Friday. I'll elaborate this one. Huh? So now, so we will just go to the home Shashika. We right now is in the home Shashika. No, we are in the root folder. We just go to the home Shashika desktop system underscore B1. Now, whenever you have run the ls command, you can see there will be 2 folders created. Those are actually Friday and the Tuesday. Whenever we have run the ls minus LA command, just look at our current locations. Now I am running CD double dot. You can see, just to give you idea, where I have in right now home desktop. Again, if I double dot, so ls minus LA, we have moved to the PWD command home Shashika. So again, I'm running the p double dot. You can see now we are in the home directory, PWD home directory. Again, I'm running the double dot. Now you can see ls minus LA. We can see we are in the top directory locations /. So if you run this one, you are in the /. You can see here also the dot and the double dot will be available. But whenever I have run the double dot, still you are in the same direct locations. You cannot go beyond that point. There were no points that you can go beyond the /, because that is the topest, highest locations that you can go up to. This is just to give you the practical idea. Are you clear, guys? Are you clear, guys? This just to give you the practical idea. Do you have any issues, concerns? Guys, do you have any issues, concerns? Great, great, great. So let's look at like again, we'll go ahead like home, Sashika, desktop, sys B1. Now again, I am going to run the, you can see dot and double dot. I am running the dot, double dot again, not the double dot, dot. So you can see still I am in the same locations. Again, if I run the dot, you can see still I am in the same locations. The directory won't be changed. The dot will be basically utilized. So you should have understanding of where we can use the practically. So normally whenever you are going to execute the bash scripts, we will be using the this dot function, dot option. And when you want to navigate from one location to another locations, you will be heavily using the double dot. So let's say, for example, if I want to navigate to the etc directory, what you can do is either you can straight away type this one, or let's say, for example, if you want to navigate to the document directory, what you can do is you can type the like this is one level up and again one level up. Now you are in the document like home folder. So likewise, you can use this one. So this is anyway, whenever you have defined this path, like someone asked you last week lecture whether whenever you define the relative path, it's just only way of going forward, not like that. See here, I have defined the relative path. It's not a going forward, so we are going backwards. That's why I told you there is a way that we can going backwards. So I'll explain that on with the theoretical part. So this is how we can go backward with in the directory locations with the relative path. Is it clear, guys? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
What about the others? Like I need your confirmations whether you are clear or not. If you don't have any idea, then let's discuss again. So nothing to worry. Clear, right? අරක තේරුණා එතකොට අර කිව්වේ කලින් ඇහුවේ back forward විතරද යන්න පුළුවන් relative path එකේ කියලා ඉස්සරහට විතර නෑ පස්සටත් යන්න පුළුවන් මේ තියෙන යන විදිය. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් whenever we are going to define the path, we can use this way as well. Most probably we are using this way because this is easiest way to go here and there from the current locations. Are you confident with these concepts? Because these are the basic concepts you should understand before you learning the advanced concept on the Linux, because otherwise you can't like go forward. guys. Right, moving forward, then since you are cleared with this one, so you know how to deal with this CD double dot and the dot, so which we have discussed. There is another shortcut command that is a CD dash. You just remember that CD dash, like always, there were two commands that we need to learn with the CD because those are very much important. While you are dealing with these commands will be heavily utilized, useful for the live environment. Guaranteed these commands will be heavily utilized and useful. Right, so the other important command sets that we will be going to learn here is it's like this. Let's say for example, whenever like if you are in the, like say for example, right now you have been changed the location to the home Shashika desktop. And then again, you have changed the location to the etc scale. If you run the CD dash, this dash will remember the previous directory locations that you were in. So whenever you have run the CD dash, they will be going to which locations. Right now you are in the etc scale, you were previously on the home Shashika desktop. So when you execute the CD dash, since they are remembering the previous directory locations on the dash, so you will be going to the home Shashika desktop locations. Now again, if you show the CD dash, you were again previously, right now in the home Shashika desktop, you were previously on the etc scale. So now you are redirecting to the etc scale. Is it clear, guys? So the CD dash will remembering you the previous directory locations where you can use while you changing to the, if you want to go to the previous locations, you can straight away use the CD dash command. Is it clear, guys? These are again other shortcut commands that we can use it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Great. So there is another command, like if you just issue the CD command without any option. So you can see these are the different type of arguments that we can use with the CD command. If you issue the CD command without any argument, you will be straight away going to that logged in users home directory. So that is another option. CD that will be directed to the you are currently logged in users home directory. So let's say for example, if I logged in as a Shashika user, so desktop and the sysam B1. Now if I use the CD, just a CD, you can see you have been directed to that logged in users home directory, that is home Shashika. So those are the this is another CD command which you need to remember. So you can see there were different type of commands. These are actually the commands which we are frequently used. That's why I just go through these commands. Otherwise, we don't want to go through it. But since these are very frequently we are using, that's why I want to highlight these things. Are you clear, guys? Do you have any issues, concerns? Guys, are you clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. So the next command that we will be going to learn, like you have learned about the LSL minus LS command. The next command that we are going to learn is the CP command. CP command, which gives you, like whenever you want to copy a file or folder, one location to another, so we are using the file copy command. Keep in mind that by default, the CP command does support only for copying files. If you didn't mention anything, let's say, for example, let's say we can see here we have the assignment.lx command. CP assignment.lsx, we can copy to the home Shashika desktop and system B1, let's say, for example, Friday. So we can copy it. So without any options, we are using the arguments. This is the arguments are the CP space source locations, which we are what is the file or folder which we are going to copy, then the destination locations to where we are going to copy it, source and the destination. So that is the options that we can use CP command along with the CP command. But when we try to copy, let's say, for example, pictures folder onto the home Shashika desktop system B1, just look at it. Here it says clear are options. What is required to use is if you are going to copy minus R option. So that's why I told you CP command does not support, natively does not support copying the directories. You need to use the options, minus R options, to copy the directory. Now it is being copied. Now if you go to the home Shashika desktop system, you will be seeing just directory as copy to the locations. This is how we will be utilizing the copy command. Minus R options. So if you want to copy the directories, you should use the minus R options. But if you are using the copying the file, obviously CP command does support natively. Are you clear, guys? Do you have concerns so far what we have discussed? Issues, concerns so far what we have discussed? You don't have issues, so move ahead and we'll go ahead with the other things. Like the next thing that we be going to, it's a මොකක්ද පැහැදිලි කරන්න CP command එකද මාර්ෂානි?
Oh, sir.
හරි. සිංහල explain කරන්න. ඔයාට CP command copy එකක් හරි එකක් file එක copy කරගන්න use කරන්න command එක. CP command එක තමයි CP command එක ලියන්නේ කොහොමද? CP ඊට පස්සේ source file of location, ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද copy කරන්නේ ඔයා, ඊට පස්සේ destination file of folder location. මේ format එක. එතන වෙන්නේ එතකොට home, දැන් මෙතන අපි හිතනවා admin.xlx එක copy කරන්න කියලා. මේ command ගැහුවා assignment.xlx. ඕක ශාශික දෙකේ sysadmin එකේ password. මේක කියනවා මේ තියෙන මේක තමයි source, මේක තමයි location එක. එතකොට ඔයාලා ගිහින් මම මේක ls කරලා පෙන්නනවා home එක desktop එකේ sys_b1 picture කියන එකේ ඔයාලා ls කරොත් එහෙනම් මේ ෆයිල් එක copy වෙලා තියෙනවා assignment.xls කියන එක copy වෙලා තියෙනවා. You can see that file has been copied without any concerns. Without any concerns. Right? මේක තමයි copy ලා. දැන් ඔයා folder එකක් copy කරන්න යනවා කියන්නකෝ. ඔයා නිකන් copy කරන්න හදනවා downloads කියන folder එක. downloads කියන folder එක copy කරන්න හදනවා home Shashika desktop system 1 එකේ ඇතුළට. නැත්තම් Friday කියන එක ඇතුළට කියන්නකෝ. copy කරන්න ගියාම copy වෙන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද copy command එක natively support කරන්නේ file කරන්න විතරයි. ඔයාට folders copy කරන්න ඕන නම් -r කියන option එක use කරන්න ඕන. -r කියන option එකෙන් කියන්නේ recursive copying කියන එක. recursively. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ folder එක සහ ඒක ඇතුලේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම copy කරන්න කියලා. -r option specifying the recursive copying. That is what exactly. -r option specify the recursive copying. Is it clear, Malshani? Now you can see that has been crystal clear copied to the locations. Home, Shashika, desktop, system underscore B1, Friday, you will be seeing download folder has been copied. Is it now?
Yes, sir.
Malshani, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So any other questions, guys? Anything else?
Sir, how can we cut and paste command?
Yeah, that I'll show you. That is the next command that we are going to use. If you want to do the cut and paste, the command is move. That is the cut and paste command. This is copy and paste. Move is the cut and paste. Let's say, for example, if you want to copy the, let's say here in this directory locations, you have the system. So let's say we are going to define system folder, and we will be going to move to the home Shashika desktop. මම මේක location එකක්ම අරගන්න ලේසියට to this location. Now you can see system folder is not there. The folder has been cut, and to the, if I show you home Shashika, on අපි එතෙන්ටම ගිහලා home Shashika desktop system underscore B1. Okay, system කියන folder එක copy වෙලා. Let's say if you want to copy the file under the root assignment.sls, ඒකත් මෙතෙන්ට අනන්න method එක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ තියෙන අපි use කරන තැන් ඔය dot එක move root assignment.xls. This is source location and this is the destination. Dot in the sense we are moving that file to the current directory. Now you can see excel assignment.xls is the, but if you see the under the root folder, you can't see that one, assignment.xls. So this is the cut and paste, or other we call it as a move command. Cut and paste. Is it clear now? Move command එකට අදාළත් යන්නේ. Move command does any sense like whether it is a folder or file. By default, natively they are supporting files and folders. By default, natively they are supporting for both files and folders. Are you clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. Do you have any issue, concerns, what we have discussed so far? Right, great. So we will be going to wind up, guys, that I just started lately because of some have stuck with search. So next Tuesday, let's say, just can be able to start definitely at around 7, and we'll go around 9:30, because now we will be like doing like that 7 to 9:30. We can cover out our syllabus very quickly. Like 50 hours means 12 weeks. We will be able, like we have done like 10 hours, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, 10 hours. So we will be able to cover out the rest of the 50 hours with the 10 weeks. So that will give you much time to study and go for the practice, and then even you can do a lot of things by your own as well and prepare for the exams. So that is what we planning for the next 10 weeks. So we will finish it off within the next 10 weeks. Okay, guys, same thing will be applicable for B2 batch as well. Right. So then we'll wind up for the today, guys. And so extremely sorry again due to the late start, but next week definitely we'll start on time. And until next week, last Tuesday, stay safe, guys. Have a good week and good weekend as well. So we'll meet on next Tuesday. Bye. Good night, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.